go. And is it showing? Yep, it's showing record. And now we're going to turn over the host to you guys. Make host. Perfect.
We are a host.
And we are a go. So welcome everyone. And I'm excited for you. Welcome to the first Rise with Unity, or Unity Rise, whatever we want to call it. Call where we're all coming together and doing this. And I'm really excited for the fact that we're going to be able to hear the same information from different perspectives. And you know what I love most about this business is, you know, most businesses are about R&D, is research and development, where in this style marketing, it's rob and duplicate. And it's beautiful when you can rob and duplicate from such amazing people like the Sterlings. And then next week, we'll be able to hear from another amazing leader in another group. And then we'll just go back and forth. And so where everyone's going to hear the same information, but from a different perspective. And guys, I like to liken it to, you know, the combination on the lock. We might, everybody, because we have some naughty unmuters. As you're jumping on, if you would please mute. But the point is getting on all these Zooms is where you can get different perspectives to help unlock the lock to your dreams. So you're going to hear different perspectives, different nuggets from different people. What I do want to start off with is, if you hear anything that's absolutely against what you guys are doing, keep doing what you're doing, take whatever nuggets that you can. But these are not to say, hey, you're doing it wrong, but to get a different perspective on how to go out there and launch this thing in a big, big way. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my good friends, Peter and Carmela Sterling. Over to you, my friends.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you so very much. We have learned so much from Chris. His Mindset Monday has fed us for many, many months. And for those of you just starting to join him, we've learned so much from him on how to posture and how to stay positive. And you've done such a good job of instituting all the positive reading in the morning. It's my husband, Peter. I admire you so much in all the reading that you do that is so positive. Like, you're staying away from anything negative and feeding yourself positive. So thank you, Chris and Peter, for helping me understand that.
Well, that's one of the things that I started doing, or stopped doing, about 2 months ago, is just stop looking at the news. If something really bad happens or that I need to know about, I'll know about it. Other than that, just stay with positive stuff. And, you know, Chris has given me so many books to read and things to listen to over the years. And it's just, again, the more positive things I can put in this brain, the better. The better right. People like that are around me, because I'm nicer to be around them, right?
Oh, yeah, I love being around you. We're excited about being here with you, this collaboration this morning, as we talk about we rise in unity, coming together as a massive group of people to not only learn from one another, but to support one another. We have some very specific things to share with you from our experience. And the system that we're using, I think we're all using a very similar, but Peter wanted to mention, and I know Chris did too, if it's something different, if you hear us say something different, whether it's something you like or maybe just aren't familiar with, take it back to your sponsor, which kicks off our teaching. We actually have action steps to help you build. You know, many of you are already leading a team. Some of you are just beginning today, which is super exciting, that's right?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Or restarting. It's all good, right? You'll find something here today.
We had an amazing convention, national convention last weekend in Orlando. And the thing about that is we came out fired up, and, you know, the team has been growing, and then putting the team Rise Unity together. We rise in unity. I love that. And the thing is that we, from the principles, they're all the same. You know, I love what Chris said, rob and duplicate. It's all about what duplicates. It's not what works, it's what duplicates.
May I just mention real quick,
go ahead.
To all the leaders who are here and on stage, we had Ricky and Brittany come together and pull all this together for us. We feel honored to kick off the very first one. We have action steps, we have motivation, and please let your teams know that it's up, even though it will be recorded. There's something special about being here with you live.
Fantastic. And this is my Energizer Bunny.
Whoop, whoop.
I love I love leaning on Carmela because number one, she's never met a stranger, as you probably all know by now. And she has just boundless energy. And the coffee, cheers.
Cheers. I drink a lot of it.
Only accentuates that. So I am so blessed. I like to say I married up because
Aw.
I did. And
So sweet.
I'm blessed, and she's going to bless you with all her knowledge, wisdom, and energy. And you know what? Nobody puts action to these steps like Carmela. So just listen closely.
Thank you.
Hey, I just wanted to mention about building up edification. We all want to do that because, again, stay away from the negative. There are people out there who are always trying to put fear in your heart. All right, there's groups, there's the enemy who's trying to put fear in your hearts to make you stop doing what you're doing. And what we want to do is we want to make it positive.
Oh, yeah.
We want to be ambassadors of happiness. We talked about the happiness revolution. And so one of the ways we can do that is build each other up. We call that edification. All right. And so
In real time,
just
in truth, it's super easy, right?
so we always want to edify the people around us, build them up. It's in truth. It's not, we're not making up stories and things like that. But you know what? Everybody has something good that we can talk about. And so that's what we want to dwell on. We don't want to dwell on negative. We don't want to dwell on, for me, I've got more defects of character than I can even list in a couple hours.
I don't see any of them at all.
But I don't want to dwell on people's negativity. I don't want to dwell on negativity. I want to stay positive.
Cheers,
positive.
cheers,
So,
cheers to
again,
that. Yes.
Edification means building up.
Now, you have helped a lot of people build business. We've been here for almost 3 years at Happy Co. And Peter's had this vision in network marketing for more than 30 years, but here at Happy Co, he's been able to do what his dream was to help others actually build a team and grow a significant income and help a lot of people. So he's been a great business partner. He's helped our teammates. And what we're going to share today is from our experience. And our story is powerful on many levels for us, and maybe it will resonate with you because we were really looking for something of significance. We were also looking to replace my income after having a 30-year career that came to a wrap. That was kind of shocking, but because I thought I could just do it forever. It was television shopping, and I thought, I'll be here until I'm 80. Well, that's not the case. What I have here in Happy Co on a personal level is I know I can be here for as long as the company will have me, right? And who's the company? Us. We're the company. And we support each other to have these long-term businesses. And our goal is to have a legacy business for our son, PJ, who's 20, and he has Down syndrome. Cutest thing on the planet. Very sweet and wonderful, but all eyes 24/7 on him, which means I need to be able to have him with me in my work world, which I couldn't do previously. So this company has been generous in the way that it's actually done all of that for us. And now we are teaching that. And how we teach this is very simple steps. But you're going to start with some inspiration for us before we actually give the steps. Is that right?
Yes. And actually just to, briefly about our story, because we entered the new millennium, with everything going on. We were rocking and rolling. We had, we had money,
Everything.
time. We had kids. We had blended family. We have this beautiful child who has special needs, and then stuff started.
Yeah, we literally had, just to tell you the truth, in a nutshell, we had everything, the $1 million mansion on the lake, all the toys, everything you could possibly want.
The ski boat.
$10 million in the back. Like big. Had it worked our buns off for a very long time. Got very smart and lucky as well, but literally had all of that. And then one day, 2007, 8 and 9 happened. One day, 3 years in one day. Yep, that's how it went. Go ahead.
So everything crashed and burned for us. And I think one of the things that we were talking about this morning, because this is also what drives us, because we want to help people avoid what happened to us. We're sitting in our local bank, with
Oh, gosh, really?
nothing in our accounts anywhere. And we were counting on some money coming in that didn't come in. And in those days, if you overdrew your account, you would get a $35
fee.
charge.
Oh my God.
And it was pretty much unlimited. And so all of a sudden, we're sitting there with hopefully we've got $1,000 coming in, and we've already racked up almost $900 in bounce check
I
charges.
can't believe you're sharing this story on the training.
And we're like,
I'm going to choke him later. Help me out, Nick.
I mean, you talk about a helpless feeling, because, all right, so this money we worked hard for is $1,000 is coming in, and it was supposed to be here, but it didn't get there, but all the checks got there first. And so all of a sudden, you know, that's gone.
Oh my God.
What are we going to eat? I mean, those kinds of questions came up, and that is a devastating feeling. We're losing everything, you know, house, cars, I mean, you name it. And so we got through that. We're tenacious. We don't
Got
give
drive
up.
when we have a lot of faith in the Lord up above. Yes, we do.
But we also,
Oh
you
my
know, it's a horrible system, and I guess there's been some changes, but you know what, we're not victims either. And so what we do is we're
thank you.
proactive, and we never give up, and we keep building, we keep going. And we said a prayer about this. Carmela will talk about the prayer leading up to Happy Co.
I'm supposed to speak now. I'm not crying though. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
You know, we have had triumph, but it didn't come from elsewhere. We kept reaching out to different opportunities, and then finally multiple opportunities, and expecting them to work. And we were still not out of this devastation. And it wasn't just money, it was everything. It was house, it was cars, it was the kids' schooling, it was everything. It was so hard to deal with. We're very happy people, so we kept going with a smile on our face. And then I did pray a prayer, and I said, God, you better make this clear, because I know what I want to do, and I keep going back to it, and it's not working, and it's not probably where I'm supposed to be. But you're gonna have to decide, because I can't decide, and I'm about to lose my mind. So help. And less than it was like 2.5 weeks later, we get a call from our sponsor, Melissa, and she said coffee. And as soon as she said it, I felt every fiber of my being just resonated with that. It was an absolute yes. We didn't know everything, except it was coffee, and we love coffee. I'm sure a lot of you do too. We said yes. It replaced my income for us. We ran like maniacs inside of 4 months. And what's so cool about that was it was an answered prayer. So all glory to God that my angel showed up. We had a friendship with Melissa Lucas. We'd worked together in another company, and she really was our angel. What was cool about it was the mentorship that she brought into my life that I hadn't had before. And that's where we want to go next. She's our sponsor. You have a sponsor, right? Stay close with your sponsor, because she helped us take the steps that got us out of that hole. We had gotten out of the hole somewhat, but not completely. We had really, really downsized. So this company, with its integrity and generosity and the steps to take and the teaching and the mentorship and the tools, the super simple system, has helped us live life. We're in our dream place that we picked out many years ago. We are set. We are very comfortable financially. We are able to work from home and anywhere. And now we are gifting by pouring into the team, by being able to share what we've learned from experience, what has worked with our team, and seeing their results. And that right there is worth everything, everything. Thank you for listening. That story for me is very difficult to share without kind of losing it.
Good job, though.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So speaking of our upline, our sponsor, everybody comes into this business has a upline, a sponsor, a mentor. All right. And it's a system that's beautiful, because we get to learn together, and like in a big thing like this, but we also have a personal relationship with somebody who has a vested interest in our success. And what that means is, you know, when Melissa talked to us, she goes, you know what, I know your why, because she knows our son, and what you know, it's all about him. All right, just ask him, he'll tell you. But she knows, you know, on a personal level, and she says, I will do everything I can to help you do what you want to do to create that security for your son, because it motivates me, it motivates Carmel, and motivates our sponsor, all right? And we have another level of sponsor mentorship as it goes up the line, and they're all in. I mean, they're all in about helping us create a legacy for PJ, all right? We have big goals. Here's the thing, and I just got a real quick story about this, because how important it is to, number one, not only have that relationship, but to invest both ways, all right? Melissa knows what we want. It has a big ticket, you guys. It's not a small why, it's a big why, all right? There's, you know, I often say PJ's 20 and I'm not, all right? So chances are he's gonna be here a lot longer than I am. He's gonna need care 24/7 his whole life, all right? That's the reality, all right? There's a ticket that comes along with that, a price tag. All right. Melissa's invested in helping us do that. You know, Ricky, Chris, you know, Brian. I mean, they're all here. So, I mean, you know, right? That's the kind of support we have, right? So this is my little story, all right, about how important that personal guidance is. All right. We have a system. It's very effective. It works very, very well. All right. We have a big goal,
which is to build a legacy business. Our goal is to help the company grow and all the teammates on it grow the business that they want, besides grow a legacy business, a company for our son.
Yeah.
That's our goal. Someone asked, Michelle.
Okay. So
Team PJ.
Team PJ. So here's the thing. Talking with my sponsor, my mentor, and their mentor, and their sponsor, and their mentor, and their sponsor, the consensus was for me, just for me, on a personal level,
yeah.
You need to pick up the phone and reach out to people on a personal level.
That's what you were told.
That's what I was told, okay? And that is a very specific thing for very specific results for me, as well as my comfort zone in that. So I'm not telling you have to do that. I'm saying these people who are my mentors said, you need to do this, okay? That's really important because number one is it's a very specific activity that I need to do, all right? And that the success, everybody's conventional wisdom is you will have resounding success doing that because of your situation. They know my situation. They know my list. They know all these things, and they're saying this is what you need to do. I don't like it, all right? And I know I could go to, you know, somebody sideline to me and go, yeah, they're making me make these calls, and you know that's not really part of my system and all that. And you know what? They'll go, oh, okay, yeah, because that's not what they're saying to me. Well, here's the thing: is that sponsor relationship, that upline support is so. Listen to your sponsor
for sure.
The people who love me, that are on either side of me, we don't have that kind of a connection, and they don't have that vested interest in our success and PJ and all that.
Even though it's supportive, like the whole team is supportive.
But it's basically what it is it ends up to be kind of like free advice, and you know what free advice is worth. You know what you pay for it. Exactly, right? Okay, so again about that positivity thing. All right, so connect with your sponsor. All right. And please, I just want to make sure you understand. I'm not telling you need to pick up the phone. All right. I'll let your sponsor do that. No, we have a system where there's many ways to reach out to people. And we are going to get into the details of that. But I just wanted to make that really, you know, that I work closely with my sponsor. Yes. And, you know, sometimes I go to another sponsor and try to get a second opinion. You know what? They're all saying the same thing.
Same thing. He got the same advice from, was it 4 different people or 3 different people?
4 or 5. Yeah.
Finally he listened.
Did I tell you that the phone sometimes weighs 3,000 pounds for me? All right. But again, that's for me, my list, the people that I'm most connected to, that's the best way for me to reach people.
Okay. Many ways to build. Social media. From your phone, texting, a phone call, an email. There are many in person. There are many ways to build your business. What are you really trying to do? What is your goal? What do you want? You know, your goal doesn't have to be massive. Ours was kind of massive. We've never been able to do that in any other company. We've done it here. comp plan, the generosity, the bonuses, the integrity, everything about the company was such a perfect fit. The fact that it was coffee. I know we have other stuff, skincare, I'm walking product of the product. I've got everything going on. Probiotic, by the way, is amazing. Just want to say amazing. So here's step one. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? You want to be able to stay home with your baby, and thank you to the mamas who have their babies on, because while Peter was telling the story, I was not listening to him. I was just looking at the babies so that I could get through that without crying, because they make me so happy. What is your goal? Do you want to have a team? Do you want to lead and be on stage? Do you want to be a Triple Crown ambassador? Do you want to be a star? Do you want to help 7 customers this week? Do you want to help 1? What we're going to share with you now is the steps to build all of that, right? We always say, get to bronze. If you can get to bronze, star and bronze, you can get to anything. That's all we did. We got to star and bronze all the way, and royal black diamond, and more to come, right? Our goal every month is to see how many people we can help. Maybe today, this morning, we have the same sort of daily activities. Always our activity is reaching out to 2. His is 10, mine is 2 people every morning. His is 10 throughout the day. I want to reach out to 2 people and ask the question, because that's all I'm doing is asking, do you drink coffee? Okay. Hey, have you seen what we're so excited about? Have you heard of the Happy Code? You can be yourself, authentically yourself, and just ask that question. Hey, I'm working from home now. I'm super excited. I want to share it with you. I want to send you a video. So the steps really are first and foremost. May I go there now? Did you have something else for us?
Well, yeah, just the why, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Talk about the why. Because if you don't have a why, it's hard to even think about who you're going to tell that you're excited about doing this. What's your why? What is your, ours keeps changing. At first, it was to get financially stable. We always had it in the back of our minds to help other people. But if we had a vehicle, now we have a vehicle. To help PJ long term, now we have a vehicle for that. So our why is getting bigger and bigger.
So it's really important to have a reason for doing this, all right? And it can be just have a great cup of coffee that makes us feel better. That's okay, right? I'm reading this book, and it thrills me because there's so many parallels to what we're doing. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com. So the book I'm reading is called Invent and Wander, the collected writings of Jeff Bezos, all right? And, here's a guy that, as he puts it, 25 years ago, as he was driving the packages every night, they would package up their Amazon products, which were books in those days, bring them to the post office. And he used to daydream about maybe someday we'll be able to afford a forklift so we can load these onto a truck.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that was his why. I mean, the biggest company in the world right now is Amazon. And 25 years ago, all he wanted was a forklift. Okay. So, again, it's about what's going to drive you. And it doesn't have to be big. I mean, that's what's beautiful about what we have here, you guys, is we have something that very simply, a person can, add an extra couple hundred, a couple $500 to their income very simply. And so, but you do have to have a reason for sharing, all right? And it can be just because it's a great cup of coffee and or lemonade, tea, all the other products, skincare. Ooh, I forgot to do that today.
I know, right? You can feel the difference. But I think we can all agree that everyone's goal is to have someone else in your life have an experience maybe similar to yours or someone that you know. That's where we all start. You had the cup of coffee, tea, lemonade, or something else in the company. You had an experience with it. You got so excited you couldn't believe it. So what you're going to do, step 1, write down what your experience was. I had an experience with this product. You're starting to develop your story. Our story it developed. It was our goal, but our story has developed. I mean, now you know more about us than I expected you to know, but I'm glad you do, because we didn't come from this was easy. Of course they can do it. It did not come from that. Peter was much more savvy from the business perspective. To me, it was very new. So the first thing I did was I knew why I was building this. People around me were having experiences that were extraordinary. 2, I had a goal, like a real, like, feed the family kind of goal. And then 3, I had mentorship. Grew a very healthy relationship with my sponsor, where it was daily for a very long time. And then, not daily now, but at least a weekly check-in. Hey, I'm thinking of doing this. If I thought of something, I would run it through her filter of, this is what she's done. So I just copied everything she did. Now, I can't copy social media because her social media is extraordinary and mine is a different flavor. And I don't have those awesome pictures, but I have good pictures. So I just took what I could copy. So if you have your sponsors in your life and you have a great relationship, you're blessed. If you haven't started one yet, just start it right here, right now, because what that person will do for you, she or he will do for you, is tell you, this is the next step that I took. And that's what Melissa did. She goes, okay, today I made a post and it was kind of like this. You go do it and see if that works for you too. And we are still doing that. We're still following the leader, and now we are leading. And that's where you will be. If you can follow your sponsor, if they're active, and if they're not, go up, not down or sideways, just go straight up, right, to the next person. If you can follow that person, you can then teach to do that, right? And what are you really doing? You're utilizing all of the tools to build your business. The script, the videos, the sponsorship, the chats, the team threads, the team pages, and the community pages for your customers, all of that. Step 1, you have a why. Step 2, who are you going to share it with? Who are you going to call up? Who are you going to send a message and say, oh man, I got to tell you about this. I've landed on something fantastic. Do you drink coffee? Are you open to looking at the business? So you've made a list of the people. You're going to write that down. My list keeps growing. I only did a list of 20. Out of the gate, there were people that were very important to me. And Peter actually did the same thing. And he got in his car and drove to his first 2 people's houses and told them that this is what we are doing. I don't know how that works, but you did it. You went to your 2 buddies' houses separately and said, okay, we're doing coffee now. And they're like, okay, what's it all about? Sign me up.
Exactly.
What happened with that, by the way? That was 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
You went to someone's house, your buddy's house.
Yeah. So,
and what happened from there?
All right. So just real quickly, make sure you tell your sponsor, your mentor, your coach, what your why is. That's so important, because then you got a teammate, then you got somebody who's in the trenches with you. So anyway, yeah, we get started. We say, yep, coffee. Yes, we're in. All right, let's go. All right. And what I did is, I have friends, and I bet you have a friend. If you're just starting, you have a friend or 2 like this, that they're just those kind of people. I went over to my friend's house and said, we're doing coffee now. And he went, what? And I said, coffee, and I gave him a sample and he liked it. And it was like, okay, yeah, of course we're doing coffee. All right. And I had 2 people in my life that that's the kind of relationship we have. You're in, I'm in. All right.
That's nice.
What's amazing about that is that this person did not dig in right away and start building a business, but he introduced me to some people that he knew. And we introduced the coffee, the product, and they actually needed a business, all right, and the business. And then we put them on a phone with our upline, all right. Out of that one trip over there, and this guy didn't really build much, but he introduced us some people. There were 2 diamonds that came out of that. All right.
Crazy, right?
I mean, our business has benefited greatly from that. His business, he didn't really do all that much, and he's been paid thousands of dollars since then. All right.
He's very grateful to you for that.
He's very grateful for that. But that's the thing. That's the magic of this business is, number 1 is, who do you know? And then introduce those people to your sponsor, your coach. All right. Especially if you're new. It's like, I like to say, when we started this, I was ignorance on fire. All right. I borrowed that from Melissa, by the way. All right.
It's true.
Okay. I was ignorant. I was so excited about it. And I'm still excited about it. All right. But that's the beauty of what can happen. All right. Make that list. Write those names down so they're at the forefront. If I keep a list in my head, you know what happens? People go on and up. All right. One day I'm going, oh man, I need to talk to this person. All right. And then something comes up and I go, oh man, maybe they're not right. In other words, if I've got it in my head, I'm debating it. When I put it down, something's going to happen. All right. Now, I actually use pen and paper and a phone number next to it because I need to make calls. All right. But, I can write a name down or I can use my contact list. If everybody's got a contact list in their phone, if it's organized enough so that you can keep track of who you've talked to and
Thank you for
who you
saying
need
that.
to talk to. All right. Some people are, well versed. They'll put it on an Excel spreadsheet. All right. The most important thing is make a list of the people.
Like write it down.
Write it down, make a list, get it out of here. Yeah. When it's in here, the committee is debating. When it's on a piece of paper for me or a spreadsheet, whatever, then the debate is over. All right. We have a couple of, as Chris says, naughty unmuters, please mute.
And I can't find you. If you could mute,
You
please,
just
that'd be
flip the
great.
screen,
Oh, no way, I'm
Yeah.
going. Okay.
All right. So with that being said, make that list. All right. Then what we do is we contact people, and that contact, I love this because it's so simple, because all I have to do is ask questions.
That's right.
It starts out with, hey, how are you doing? All right. Or how are you doing? All right. But I make that contact and then I ask questions besides how are you doing? All right. Hey, you drink coffee, right?
Super simple.
I might know them. Or you like making money, right? If it's a person that we've talked about, I have people in my life that we've either been in business with or we've talked about doing business together. So again, asking those questions. I love the simplicity of, hey, do you drink coffee? Most people, 99% of the world is going to go, uh-huh. All right. And then second question, have you heard of the Happy Co or the Happy Coffee or any version of that? And most people go, no. Why? We're still brand new. I mean, Happy Co has only been around as our branding, since February when we rebranded. So my goodness, we're very young. And then here's the question they're going to ask you. All right. You can wait for it. You can just wait them out and then finally they'll go, no, what is it? All right. And I like being in person because they do lean forward.
Right.
They got it because we're talking about coffee. Or,
like a happy coffee.
What is it? All right. And that's where you tell your story. All right. And here's something to work on with your sponsor. Having a brief but compelling story. For me, it's like, and this happened over time, you guys, but for me, I don't wake up with anxiety anymore. I have boundless energy. I have focus, clarity. I've lost 30 pounds and we replaced my wife's income.
That's amazing.
And then it's like, does any of that excite you as much as it excites me? And people are going, yeah.
Right. That's exciting and shocking. Like I'll have some of that, all of that.
Especially people that knew me with the extra 30 pounds on, I mean, it's like, so all those things are a part of my story, but you have those stories too. All right.
That's right.
And if you're brand new, you can borrow your sponsor's story, or you'll hear stories here. You can borrow my story. Hey, I don't know, guy, he's lost 30 pounds and he's all excited, and his wife's even more excited, and they just get on Zoom and they go.
So what are these steps you're going to take? You're going to, the people that you can't wait to share it with, you're writing their names down. I still use a journal. Sometimes I use my phone. I'm better if I transfer it into not a journal, just a notebook. Maybe when something beautiful or inspiring. For me, it's paper and pen. I like the paper and pen. I also like technology. So now I'm writing that name down. I'm reaching out to them. And let's say, for example, I've reached out today, Tammy, I can't wait to tell you about convention. It was very exciting. You and I talked about the business before. I have something to show you. I'm sending it now. And I send her a video. I send her a tool. Let those tools do the work for you. If you're feeling weird about making a list or contacting your sponsor or reaching out to someone in person or on Facebook, or as we're talking about phone calls, if any of that's uncomfortable, sit with it for a minute. It's okay to be uncomfortable, and then think about, why are you uncomfortable? Why do you think you're uncomfortable with that? And then go to your sponsor and say, hey, you know what? We're using the script, or hey, I heard this, or I'm supposed to do that, or I think I should do, or hey, the next step is to make a list and I'm uncomfortable. Will you help me? Because there's something in your way. This is what I've learned on a personal level. If you don't want to do something, or it feels like, oh, that doesn't feel like my skin, it's okay. Find out why it feels like that. and move through it, get through it. How do you think we got through our devastation? We just got through it. We just worked through it. We had that drive. We wanted to see what's on the other side. We wanted to be the inspiration to say, hey, we've been through hell and back and still smiling because we're genuinely happy and grateful. And we know you guys already have that. You're grateful, you're happy, you have the tools, you have the product. Just reach out, because what's all of our goal? All of us have the same goal of getting this out into people's hands so they have an experience. And if that's what's on your mind and really in our hearts, getting it into people's hands so they have that experience. Yesterday, it cost me a couple of samples. The day before, it was a customer who bought. She didn't want any samples. Sometimes I offer them, sometimes I don't. But I do vet and I do qualify in a sense of I'm not giving it away just to give it away. It's intentional. It's okay to slow down a little bit, to just get it into your system and say, today I'm going, like Nick was saying, he's going to Staten Island's going crazy, right? He's going everywhere, placing samples, but I'm placing a sample with someone, I have their contact information. Let me make sure I send you this information so you know what you're drinking. And I'm going to follow up so you have a great experience. And now I'm texting them. Try it in the morning, put half of it in your coffee. Make sure you up your water intake. I'm tagging you in the community page. It's communication. How about you're in person and you're talking about the business and they want to hear more? You're like, let me get your number when I'm home. I'll make sure to send you some information. You can do your due diligence. Your job, my job, his job is what? To communicate, to help them take the next step. You find out, is it someone that may be interested in the business, someone that may be interested in the product? It doesn't matter. You have tools for both. And you just keep going, right? And the more we just keep going, the bigger the business grows. And what's the goal? To get the product out there. And what are we really doing? We're just listening. What does he need? What does she need? And we're just filling that in with the answer, pointing to the tools, right? Super, super simple.
Super simple. And when I'm feeling, nervous and scared about it, it's because I'm thinking about myself.
Right.
And, all you got to do is go onto one of our community customer pages or whatever, read some testimonies, or if you have your own testimony, or, for us, we shared it with somebody who had a life-changing experience almost immediately. And that's, you go there, then you go, okay, I'm on a mission. This isn't about me. I'm on a mission to share something that is literally changing people's lives every single day. And that's what we have. We have the categories of coffee, our coffee and our lemonade and tea and all that stuff.
Beverages.
And then the Max Caps. I mean, come on, you guys.
Oh, the Max Caps. I don't need one now, but I will in about an hour. It scares him. Poor guy. Just go hang out with the guys today. The women and I, we're going to talk. We have lots of energy. It's a good thing we have a lot of energy.
It is.
We're going to recap with the steps, but I just want to acknowledge everyone in the chat for confirming the information we're sharing. We're sharing our experience. If you hear something different, please go back to your sponsor. Forge that relationship. The reason we're saying that is there may be a time where you get something from a customer, a potential customer or friend, and it makes you feel a little, I don't really know how to answer that. And your sponsor says, hey, anytime, just send me a screenshot. I'll help you. You're like, I don't know if I can send. I have this thought in my head. If I can't share with my sponsor my trials and tribulations and successes here, what the heck? What does that mean? What am I doing? I can't do this myself. I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. It was a brand new environment for me, right? So even if it's something small and you think, oh, I should know how to do that. No, how are you going to know how to do that? So start sending those screenshots saying, hey, I got this response. I was thinking of responding this way. What do you think? It's okay if you put your idea out there first, and then their success, right? Their success is what you want. You want to be as successful as them. I'm looking like here's Ricky and Brittany in the chat today. Do I want their success like them?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I would pick up the phone and call or text Ricky and say, hey, it could use some leadership guidance. Will you help me? What do you think he's going to say? And has many times. Yes. He never says, do I still have to hold your hand? Melissa never says, I'm still holding your hand after 2.5. She wants to hold my hand. Our why is changing and evolving, and the business is getting bigger.
We want to hold our team's hand.
Right. I was going to say that. We want to teach what we've learned, because when you teach it, that's when you've really got it. So grow through those times where you're not quite sure of how you feel or why you feel like that. If you can move through that, on the other side of that is confidence. And that's what people are attracted to. They're attracted to
Confidence and
confidence.
excitement, but
Yeah.
they're not attracted to the know-it-all facts and figures. And that is the
Well, that's
first
good
stumbling
For
block.
me,
And that's where,
sorry.
our business grew like crazy when we first started because we were ignorance on fire. We didn't have the answer to anything. All we could say is, it's coffee. It does this for me. I'll put you on a call with my sponsor, and they can give you all the details. All right. And that's all we did. Just, doing the three-way calls, screenshot text, all that. All right. Then somewhere down the road, I got too smart. All right. And then I became the guy, and I started answering the questions without consulting upline and down. And, I knew enough to know some of the answers to this, but you know what? I didn't have any credibility with my people because, I teach karate. I mean, I'm the karate teacher. What do I know about, being happy? I'm always going,
No, you're awesome in those classes.
But I digress. Here's the thing is that bring in that third party whenever possible with customers, with potential brand partners, because then it takes you off the hook to be the
The
expert.
expert.
Send the videos, all that stuff
Yeah.
that takes you out, because otherwise, if you remain the guy, like I was starting to head down that path, then it's always, hey, Carmela, you really got to do this. And here's why, and the coffee and the nootropics, and
Stop it.
blah, blah, blah.
Stop
Right.
it.
And,
I even hated that you're faking it. Isn't it better though that you can just be yourself? And I noticed someone wrote up there about social media. I love social media. We grew most of our business, like this big business this is all I use, right? I rarely use the computer. Phone, social media, messenger, that's it. Boom, boom, boom. You'll want to have a goal for yourself. Right now, what are you thinking? I just want to help a lot of people. How many? How about 7? Can you help 7 people this month? Yes, you can help 7 people today. Here's how to do that. Let's say you make a post right now. And I do love the attraction post. Maybe you're doing something a little bit different because I come from sales. I look and smell like a salesperson. Like I'm coming at you. Look at the way that I smell like money. I'm picking on myself because I've been in sales my whole life, but here it's better to not be a salesperson. Just be a helper. Just be someone that helps and serves. Now I do love to serve. Is the gift that God gave me is a servant's heart. And I love to literally hospitality, like to serve. So what I do every day, here's my daily method of operation. Morning prayer, some quiet time, very little, but I'll take it. A walk. And then who am I reaching out to today? Go to my list. If I've gone through my list and make a new one, I'm forever making a new adding to the list. Oh my gosh, I haven't told Susan about that. We have the new probiotic. Oh my gosh, customers. I go back into the customer list and make sure that the customers who are here know what the new things are. I send in Messenger. It's just easier for me, right? You keep your funnel full. That's a beautiful way to say it. Thank you so much, Jessica. So that's my daily method of operation. I make a list. I contact whoever it is I'm going to talk with. I have a normal, comfortable conversation with her, right? Back and forth. Hey, I wanted to tell you about the happy coffee, or you're a coffee drinker, right? I'm sending out samples today. Or, you know what, you've been on my mind, or you're on my radar today, or I saw your post and you had a coffee cup. Is it happy coffee in there? Have I told you about it yet? Just some one-liner, right? To just, look at this reaction. Just some one-liner to start a conversation. I'm not worming my way in there to make her do something that she doesn't want to do. I'm in there because I want to have a conversation with you. Hey, you know what, Susan, I've thought about you. I don't know if I've talked with you about this or not, but coming out of convention, I'm telling everybody everything all about, just be yourself. You know what? I was uncomfortable to reach out to you because I thought maybe you already heard about this. I didn't want you to think I was selling something, although I am. Just be honest. So that's what I do is, as a woman who looks like a salesperson, I say, you've known me in sales my whole life. I have my hands on something crazy good. You don't have to join anything. You don't even have to buy anything. Are you open to at least taking a look at what it is? I send them a video. Boom, boom, boom. Let the tools do the work, right? And then what happens? What did Ricky say? Just listen, talk a little bit, listen a lot. And now they'll say, what video? Yeah, you can send it to me. sort of off the cuff, right? Yeah, you can send it to me. If it's a yes, I'm interested, that might be different. So anyway, you send it, and then what's the response? What did you like about it? Now, do you see why I'm so excited? Hey, thanks for taking a look. Pretty incredible, right? Okay. What else can you do with all that? One-liner. Hey, you know what, Marge? I was thinking about you today. There was something in our private customer page I want you to see. I'm adding you right now. When you accept, let me know you're in there so I can tag you. Just tell me what you're doing. You have friends that you want to share it with. So if you're uncomfortable, is there a way around it? Yeah, come on. We're always in solution mode. Always. If you're really, really stuck and getting all kind of weirded out, and I'm not sure I can reach out to her, she thinks I'm selling or something. Good Lord. You guys are in a way better position. I have been hit up this week for everything from nail polish, some other thing I didn't know what it was, a nutrition thing that would have taken me a weekend to read through that. I mean, there's so many people pitching product. We're in a beautiful position. We have powerful, impactful products, instant impact for many. For some, it's a little longer, like in a second cup or a week maybe. But the thing is that we can do attraction marketing, putting up a post. Let's say you don't put up anything except a Christmas tree, something, a book you're reading, whatever it is, you just got your nails done, or you took a friend out to lunch, and all of a sudden you got people liking your post. It's okay to go into Messenger to the people that liked your post. I use this one all the time and say, hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the love and support. I usually say love and support on my post. If it's a woman, if it's a man, I just say, thanks so much, John, for your support on my post. I really appreciate you. I'm sending messages in Messenger to people who genuinely support my post, right? What is this?
Oh, Susan.
Oh, Susan, thank you. Yes, or call. So what that's doing for me, it's allowing me to show gratitude to many people who are supportive on our post, whatever the post may be. It starts a conversation. And then I ask the question, do you drink coffee? Now, I use the script. Do you drink coffee? Have you heard of the happy coffee everyone's talking about? Here's my story. Customer page, follow up. Right? I use it as a checklist.
What's that key of the follow-up?
The key to the follow-up is this something you're ready to get started on? Now, I want to tell you about that, and then we're going to have to go. I know we're eating everyone's time up, but I hope you're gaining something from what we're sharing today from our experience. Please let us know. So you started a conversation. You're in it. You want to tell them about the coffee? Just tell them. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Hey, I want to tell you about the coffee. Okay, if I tell you about the coffee, or hey, I'm putting you in, and maybe you don't use hey. I normally don't. It just feels right now. So you're putting them in the customer page. Let that page do the work for you, but follow up. For heaven's sakes, what's our goal, right, Peter? We want everybody to have this product in their hands. How the heck are they going to get it? Unless we, as the brand partners, say, is this something you're ready to get started on? That question, I didn't like that question for about 3 months. And then I realized what that question really is. It's really just a question to find out where she is or he. So, hey, is this something you're ready to get started on? What's the response? No, I'm not sure. What will you say? What other questions can I answer for you? Right? But now what's happening? Back and forth, back and forth. You're going to answer her questions in our community page. I'm sure you guys do all this already. I hope this isn't like boring you to tears. But what works for us is saying to them, how else can I help you? Because our mindset and our heart is for them. I'm not looking for a sale. I'm looking for a relationship with someone that will have an experience with the coffee, that will buy from the company, right? They'll buy from the company. I will care for them as my customer. I love that part. So all you're doing is having the conversation. Is this something you're ready to get started on? He might say, you know what, Carmela, not now. Things are a little tight. I'm like, hey, have you thought about the business? There's an income producing business here. So let's talk about that. No, it's not something I want to do. Look, I'm just sending you a video. You look, you tell me what you want to do. Or we'll circle back. If you just can find it, and you'll get it, I promise. For me to be there in this level of comfort and confidence, I promise you will get there. It took me a little while. I fought it for a little while. And then once I just started really hanging out with my sponsor, what was she doing? I was trying to copy it as closely as possible, definitely copying the activity, and now coming up with my day-to-day. I make a list, I contact, I message, and then I follow up, and I use the tools. And that's all I do. And I like doing that. I've gotten really comfortable with doing that. And that takes me, I can do that for 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there throughout the day. But I do know that those are the things I'm going to do today. I hope that's helped. I hope I haven't bored you to tears.
No,
Want some
no.
coffee? What
I
energy
need some
cap?
more. So anyway, thank you guys so much. And I just want to kind of recap just the principle, because that's what, there's many ways of doing this. And that's what I want to be very clear with. And Carmel is very clear and explain, the ways of doing it. But, again, what's your why? All right. Why is it your experience? Is it the product, or is it the business opportunity? What do you want? Tell your sponsor, your coach, all right, say, hey coach, this is what I want. Can we do that? And more likely than not, your coach is going to say, yep, let's go. All right. And here's how you start. Make a list. All right. Make a list of people, not just people who drink coffee, but everybody, your sponsor will help you with that. Put those people that are closest to you that I had the experience where there's a good friend of mine said, hey, we're doing coffee now. All right.
Just go to their house. Just show up. That'll be a lot of fun. Just bring some coffee.
I mean, come on. But the thing is say, again, make that list, and then you contact and invite, whether you're texting, emailing, you're on social media. Hey, what's in this cup has changed my life significantly.
Just tell some real stories.
And so in either case, whether you're reaching out to them or you're doing the attraction marketing, their next question is, what is it? All right.
That's right.
Okay. So that's the key right there. What is it? If if they don't want to know what it is, whether it's the Facebook post or you say, hey, I've got something really cool, and they go,
they're probably just busy. It's never a no completely, right? That's the men's thinking. It's not no forever.
No.
Let me find another question to ask them.
So, but anyway,
right.
the bottom line is ask the question and then tell them your story. What it's done for you, or what it's done for your friend, or, as Nick said, what it's done for somebody that, has the same issue going on. All right. And then, use your tools. I mean, that's, don't be a tool, use a tool. All right. Whether it's a video, the community page, all the above. All right. Your sponsor's story, a phone call with your sponsor. That is a tool. All right.
Wow.
And then after that, it's the follow-up. The follow-up is just something you're ready to get started with. All right. And then, as Carmela said, that leads to a conversation of either, yeah, I'm ready. All right.
Yeah.
Or
I have a few more questions.
have a few more questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just, again, rinse and repeat. Use a tool, rinse and repeat. Use your upline, use your sponsor, use the videos, use the community page. I'll tag you on something. It all works. That's the thing. It all works. The only thing that doesn't work is if I just close my mouth, don't make a list, don't talk to anybody, then I'm probably nothing's gonna.
And lastly, the reason we say traction marketing or appeal marketing is if I just put my site out there and throw everything up on my page and expect people to go there, I've missed the opportunity to connect with them. And that connection is really key, right? Because how am I supposed to help her? I don't know. I just put my link up there and hopefully she'll click, or maybe she'll just see what it is and type in Happy Co and somebody else's name shows up. So you want to have enough attraction marketing and not putting everything out there so that you can engage. The other thing is we all want to know, how can I help her? How can I help him? What is he looking for? Relief from anxiety, weight loss, something else? And that right there is powerful to be able to help someone after going after what they really want. And that's the best job we can do, is help them find the solution for what they want.
And is there anything more gratifying than that?
No, I love that.
When you get that
completely
text saying, hey,
oh my God,
this changed my life.
Amazing. Well, as we rise in unity together, we're building this together. We hope that you gleaned something from our experience. Thank you for letting us share today. I love hanging out with you.
Hanging out with you.
Thanks for inspiring me. Did you want me to get you a max cap, or do you want some more coffee? Or a nap?
No nap. We got stuff
to do.
I'm going to leave you with this quote that Jeff Bezos ends every one of his shareholder letters from 1997 going forward. It's day one. All right. Today is day one. Right. We're starting today, not yesterday. All right. Not 3 weeks ago, not 3 years ago. All right. Today is the day. All right. Don't waste it.
And tomorrow will be day one, and every day is day one,
Yep.
right? And you
Yep.
deserve to be happy. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy being busy. Have fun helping people. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Oh,
Thank you
so
both.
much.
You both are
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you, both of you. Take care.
Amen. We love you,
Camilla.
Peter.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Bye-bye.